Our lesson for today is about arithmetic series, and this is Teacher Nati, your teacher for today. What is an arithmetic series? It is the sum of the terms in an arithmetic sequence. So, pag inad mo lahat ng terms sa isang arithmetic sequence, ang tawag doon ay arithmetic series. Formula. Ito yung first formula. Dalawa kasi ang formula to find the sum of the arithmetic sequence. The first formula, S of n is equals to n divided by 2 times the first term plus the last term, wherein S of n here means the sum of the arithmetic sequence, n is the number of terms, ace of 1 is the first term, and ace of n is the nth term or the last term. So, the other formula is S of n is equals to n divided by 2 times 2 times ace of 1 plus n minus 1 times d, wherein S of n means the sum of the arithmetic sequence, n is the number of terms, ace of 1 is the first term, and d represents the common difference. Kung mapapansin ninyo, dun sa isang formula na binigay ko sa inyo, wala doong d o common difference. So, nasa inyo na yon na gamitin kung anong formula ang convenient sa'yo. To you to choose which formula is convenient for you. For example, so magbibigay ako ng example, gagamitin natin yung dalawang formula. Find the sum of the first 100 terms of the arithmetic sequence 1, 2, 3, 4, 98, 99, and 100. So, ang last term niya ay 100. Ang first term niya ay 1. So, gamitin natin yung formula number 1. Solving for S of 100, we substitute N. We know that the number of terms is 100. The first term is 1, and the last term is 100. Let us substitute in the given formula. S of 100 is equals to 100 divided by 2 times ace of 1 is 1, and the last term is 100. Simplify. 100 divided by 2 is 50, and 1 plus 100 is 101. So, S of 100 is equals to 50 times 101. Therefore, the sum of the first 100 terms of the arithmetic sequence is 5,050. So, dapat, habang nag-explain ako, meron kayong notebook at ballpen dyan, nagte-take notes kayo. So, nakita nyo, nung ginamit natin itong unang formula, the answer is 5,050. How about if we will use the other formula? 5,050 din kaya ang lalabas na sagot. Solution number 2. Kunyari kanina, yung solution number 1, yun yung sagot ng isa mong classmate. Nagtaka ka bakit ang ginamit mong formula iba sa ginamit niyang formula. Halimbawa, ito ang ginamit mong formula. So, let us first identify the given. Ace of 1 is 1, n is 100. May common difference siya. The common difference is 1. Substitute natin, S of 100 is equals to 100 divided by 2, tapos 2 times the first term, which is 1, plus n minus 1 or 100 minus 1 times the common difference, which is 1. Simplify natin. following the order of operation. Ano ba ang ginagawa sa order of operation? Una nating isimplify yung nasa loob ng parenthesis, yung grouping symbols. 2 times 1 is 2. 100 minus 1 is 99 times 1. Outside the parenthesis, we have 100 divided by 2, which is equals to 50. Let us continue simplifying. So, 50. Yung nasa loob ng parenthesis, 99 times 1 is 99. Plus 2, 101. So, multiplying 50 times 101, the sum of the first 100 terms is equals to 5,050. Napansin nyo, pareho din ng sagot, kahit anong formula ang gamitin. Kaya nga ang sabi ko kanina, nasa inyo yon, kung anong formula yung mas madali para sa inyo, yun ang pipiliin nyong gamitin. Next example. Find the sum of the first 20 terms of the arithmetic sequence 18, 23, 28, 33, and so on. So, eto na. Pansinin nyo. Wala siyang last term. Meron lang siyang first term. Aalamin mo ngayon kung ano yung last term niya. Anyway, binigay naman ilang terms lahat. There are 20 terms. Hindi lang natin alam kung ano yung ika-20th term. Kung naaalala nyo sa una nating lesson, to find the nth term of an arithmetic sequence, meron tayong formula. So, gamitin natin uli yung formula in finding the nth term of an arithmetic sequence. Identify the given. The given is first term is 18. The common difference is 5. Saan galing yung 5? 23 minus 18, 5. 28 minus 23, 5. 33 minus 28, 5. So the common difference is 5. And the number of terms is 20. So hinahanap natin ngayon yung 20th term para makuha natin yung sum of the first 20 terms given the arithmetic sequence. Substituting, ace of 20 is equals to, ang ace of 1 natin ay 18 plus n minus 1 or 20 minus 1 times 5. Simplify natin. 20 minus 1, 19 times 5. 19 times 5 is 95 plus 18. Therefore, the 20th term is 113. Tapos na ba tayo? Hindi pa. Kinuha lang natin yung ika-20th term niya. Ang purpose natin dito, we are looking for the sum of the first 20 terms. So, ano kayang formula ang madaling gamitin? Try natin to kasi meron na tayong first term, meron na tayong last term, at meron na rin tayong number of terms. The sum of the first 20 terms is equals to 20 divided by 2 times 18 plus 113. Simplify mo. 20 divided by 2 is 10. 18 plus 113 is 131. 131 times 10 is 1,310. So the sum of the first 20 terms of the arithmetic sequence is 1,310. So let us continue. Solution number 2. Gamitin natin yung ikalawang formula. Identify first the given. The first term is 18. The number of terms is 20. And the common difference is 5. What is the sum of the first 20 terms? Using the given formula, eto. So, hindi na natin kailangang alamin yung 20th term. Kasi ang hinihingi lang naman dito ay first term, number of terms, and common difference. Doon kasi sa nauna nating formula, hinihingi pa yung last term. So, ibig sabihin, mas maganda pagka ganyan yung question o yung problem, mas convenient na itong formula ang gagamitin natin ngayon kasi isa-substitute lang naman natin. So, S of 20 is equals to 20 divided by 2, 2 times the first term, plus n minus 1 is 20 minus 1 times 5. Substitute natin. 20 divided by 2 is 10. 2 times 18, 36. 20 minus 1, 19. Times 5. So, yung nasa loob ng parenthesis, sagutan muna natin. 19 times 5 is 95. Plus 36 times 10. So, 36 plus 95 is 131. Times 10, the sum of the 20th term is 1,310. Pareho din naman ng sagot dun sa unang formula na ginamit natin. Kaya lang, dun sa unang formula, nag-solve pa tayo, hinanap pa natin yung 20th term. So, ano ibig sabihin yan? Pag ang problem, ganito, titingnan nyo kasi, i-identify nyo muna kung ano yung mga given. So, pag nakita nyo, eto, kompleto na, pwede nang gamitin itong formula na ito, itong formula ang gamitin nyo. Pero pagka may first term at may last term, mas madali yung unang formula na pinakita ko sa inyo. Okay. Next example. How many terms is needed for negative 4, negative 1, 2 to have a sum of 121? Ilang terms ba ang kailangan para makakuha ka ng 121? Kakaiba yung tanong, di ba? Identify muna ang given. So, ang first term binigay, negative 4. Ang common difference, para makuha mo yung common difference, negative 1 minus negative 4 is positive 3. 2 minus negative 1 is positive 3. So, ang common difference niya ay positive 3. Ano pa ang nawawala? Ayun, binigay na yung sum. So, ang hinahanap na lang natin ay ang number of terms. Substitute natin. Gamitin natin itong second formula. S of n is equals to n divided by 2 times 2 times the first term plus n minus 1 times d. Ang S of n ay 121. N divided by 2. So, 2 times the first term, which is negative 4, plus n minus 1 times 3. So, 121. Hindi natin magalaw yung n kasi hindi natin alam kung ano yung n. Yung nasa loob muna ng parenthesis. 2 times negative 4 equals negative 8. Dito naman, sa multiplication, yung n minus 1, binomial siya na iminultiply sa 3. So, para makuha mo yung product, we will use distributive property of multiplication. 3 times n is 3n. 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. Continue natin. So, ito yung lumabas kasi negative 8 minus 3 is negative 11. So, we have 121 equals n over 2 times 3n minus 11. Ma'am, saan po galing yung negative 11? Balikan natin dito. We combine similar terms. Yung 3n, wala siyang kasimilar terms, kaya sinulat na lang dyan. Ang kinombine natin, yung parehong constant term na negative 8 at negative 3. Inad natin yung dalawa, kaya naging negative 11. Ngayon, how will you solve this one? How will you simplify? May fraction. Merong denominator na 2. So, multiply both sides by 2 para mawala yung denominator. So, minultiply natin. 2 times 121 is 242. So, 2 times n over 2, makakancel na yung 2, may iwan yung n. Times 3n minus 11. So, we have 24 is equals to, distribute natin yung n sa 3n minus 11. Use distributive property of multiplication. N times 3n is 3n square. Then, n times negative 11 is negative 11n. Ayan. Nagkaroon ng quadratic equation. Bakit quadratic? Kasi ang degree ay 2. Kanina wala tayong to the power of 2 or wala tayong square na ganito. Ayusin natin siya kasi naging quadratic equation. So, the standard form of the quadratic equation, ayusin natin siya, 3n square minus 11n minus 242 is equals to 0. So, paano mo na lamang naka-standard form na siya? Ang a niya ay 3, ang b niya ay negative 11, at ang c ay negative 242. Hinahanap natin yung value ng n. Kaya lang, naka-quadratic equation siya. Sa quadratic equation, ang pinakamadaling paraan para makuha mo yung unknown is to use the quadratic formula. Pero madalas din, kapag madali lang naman i-factor, we use factoring. Pero this time, mas maganda kung gagamit tayo ng quadratic formula. Pag gumagamit ka ng quadratic formula, kailangan i-identify mo kung ano yung a. Ang a natin ay 3. Ang b ay negative 11 at ang c ay negative 242. So, ito yung quadratic formula. N is equals to negative b plus minus the square root of b square minus 4 times a times c divided by 2 times a. Substitute natin. N is equals to negative b. So, meron na talagang negative. Yung b, negative 11, kaya negative times negative 11. Plus minus the square root of b square dito. So, ibig sabihin, negative 11 square. Minus 4 times a times c. So, ibig sabihin, negative 4 times 3, kasi 3 yung a, times negative 242. All over, divide natin sa 2 times a or 2 times 3. Simplify. Negative times negative 11 is positive 11. Plus minus the square root of negative 11 square is positive 121. Negative 4 times 3 is negative 12. Negative 12 times negative 242 is positive 2,904. So, divide all of them by 2 times 3, which is 6. Malapit na tayo matapos. N is equals to 11, positive, negative, the square root of 121 plus 2,904 is 3,025 divided by 6. So, n is equals to 11 plus minus 55 over 6. Take note. Ang hinahanap natin ay number of terms. Wala namang number of terms na negative. Kasi kung gagamitin natin yung 11 minus 55, magiging negative yung sagot. So, ibig sabihin, hindi na natin gamitin yung kasi wala namang negative na number of terms. So, ang gagamitin natin ay 11 plus 55 over 6. So, 11 plus 55 is 66 divided by 6. So, ang number of terms ay 11. So, ano ibig sabihin yan? Yung kaninang tanong, ilang terms daw ang kailangan? Ito yung sagot. The number of terms na hinahanap natin ay 11. Okay, next example. Find the sum of all even integers between 1 and 101. Ang tinatanong, even integers. Yung 1, yung 101, they are odd integers. Pag sinabi mong even, yun yung may partner. Yun yung 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Between 1 and 101. So, ibig sabihin, hindi kasama yung 1. Anong susunod sa 1? 2. So, mga even integers na yung kailangan natin. Ito yung solution. Ano-ano mga numbers ba yon between 1 and 101? 2, 4, 6 hanggang 100. Kasi hindi ka na kailangan lumagpas sa 101. So, hanggang 100 lang yung mga even integers na nasa loob ng 1 at 101. Ilan lahat yan? Ayan. Ilang terms yan? Hindi natin alam kung ilang terms. So, para makuha natin yung terms, gagamit ulit tayo ng finding the nth term of an arithmetic sequence. Ace of n is equals to ace of 1. Ano yung ace of 1 natin? 2. N minus 1 times the common difference which is 2. Ayan. So, ang ace of n natin, yun yung last term, 100. Ace of 1 is 2. Ang n natin, hindi natin alam. Yan ngayong hinahanap natin ngayon, minus 1 times 2. 100 is equals to 2 plus, use distributive property of multiplication, 2 times n, 2n. 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. Tingnan nyo. 2 minus 2 is 0. So, cancel na yung 2 at yung negative 2. Kasi 2 minus 2, 0. So, anong naiwan? 100 is equals to 2n. So, kung anong number, yung katabi ng variable, yun ang i-divide mo sa both sides. Kaya, we will divide both sides by 2. 100 divided by 2 is 50. 2 divided by 2, 1, naiwan yung n. Therefore, n is equals to 50. Ayan, meron na tayong n. Pwede na nating sagutan itong formula. Hinahanap natin yung sum ng lahat ng even integers. S of 50 is equals to 50 divided by 2. Ang first term natin ay 2. Ang last term ay 100. 50 divided by 2, 25. 2 plus 100, 102. Then you multiply 25 by 102. Therefore, the sum of all even integers between 1 and 101 is 2,550. So that's all. Thanks for watching.